Hey guys, what's going on? White Fox 1225 here, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So yesterday we got the pleasure of seeing a single player mission from the game. It was called Induction. It took place in South Korea, in Seoul, and I think I'm pronouncing that right. And it was in the year 2054, so no more of his 2025 stuff like Black Ops 2. We're really far into the future in this one. And we're playing as Mitchell, really nothing known about him, other than the fact that it looks like the character in this game is not going to talk. Call of Duty like Black Ops 2, I believe your character talked. In some of the ones made by Tyrek, you talked. But traditionally you don't talk, but this one doesn't look like you're going to have any dialogue as your character. So you start off, you're in this drop device, definitely looking high-tech, and the first thing I noticed when it came on screen is just, wow, these graphics are just beautiful. I couldn't even, it looked like a Battlefield game, but Call of Duty, like the graphics were just so amazing. I don't know if it's quite on the Battlefield level, but like when people were complaining that the new graphics engine for Ghost wasn't good enough, this is just like, it's a revolution for Call of Duty. It's changed everything, and I'm really excited because if they're changing the graphics that much, I'm hoping they're changing the game just as much. So anyway, like I said, you start on this drop device, and it has some problems. You end up crashing down to the ground, and basically just falls from the sky. You hit the ground, and you get out. And so the first thing is he fires on some people, and then he reloads the gun. And this is showing off some of the future tech. He fires the gun, so he reloads it, and really to reload it, he kind of like spins the side. A lot of cool high-tech stuff. It didn't look like a gun we really have seen before, and he actually had a counter of the amount of shots he had left on the hollow sight, which will be definitely cool, especially to see how that transfers into multiplayer. So he was also jumping around using this jetpack thing. The jetpack didn't let him, soar, go super flying, but he was kind of doing these little hops onto things that usually would be out of your reach in a Call of Duty game. The enemies were using these too, and it looked pretty cool. So I'm really hoping this is in the multiplayer. I'm also hoping maybe we'll get some more high-tech things in the multiplayer, like, running on walls. Not that I want it to be like Titanfall, but I really do want more like suits and stuff like we saw in the original story mode trailer. So you come into the city of Seoul, and you see this guy in like this super heavy armor mech suit that makes the Juggernaut suit look like a joke. So really, again, that's something that I'm really interesting to see how that works out in multiplayer and in the story mode. And then we see this thing called the Swarm come in. So basically, this Swarm is like this, just like a swarm of robot bugs. I guess if you got in the middle of it, they'd like eat your face or something. But it definitely was cool and something unique. It wasn't like the Dragonflies or the Dragonfires in Black Ops 2. This was completely different. It was like a swarm of robot bugs, is what it looked like. So definitely something cool, and we saw that once or twice in this mission. We also got to see this like tank thing that had like 3 legs. It looked kind of like a spider, the way its legs moved. And again, just some really cool high-tech stuff. We also got to see some abilities used, like the holograph scan, where it showed all the enemies. It kind of blasted out a radar and highlighted all the enemies in red. We did have that in Ghost as like a kill streak, but it's new in this one because this is just going to be in the story mode as like something you can use. We also saw the guns, some new guns. We got like this sonic cannon that like, it was like kind of like a shotgun, but it like kind of hit people with like what I would say like a clear wave of sound and just annihilated them. It looked really cool, something definitely not something you would see in a Call of Duty game. Really, stepping it up into the futuristic weaponry. It was like a one-shot, one-kill thing. We also saw a laser gun. Now this is what got me like super excited. So this was actually shooting a laser. Now this laser gun was pretty cool. So he gets behind like this clear riot shield, which is cool enough. He can like shoot through it, but no one else can, which is like high tech. So it's really cool. And then he's firing his laser gun through it. And I'm not sure if this laser gun can like cut through other people's cover. I think that would be really awesome. But it is a gun that shoots a laser, which is really cool and something really different than we've seen in any other Call of Duty game, which this game really seems to be bringing to the table. Now another high-tech thing we saw was this grenade that he pulls out, and he can change the setting. One setting was like frag. I didn't get a chance to see all the settings. Probably one was like smoke, but he threw the grenade and he put it on this setting. So he threw the grenade and it like hovered above an enemy for a second and just like flew at them and exploded right in their face. So it looked really cool, something again we haven't seen in any other Call of Duty. And I know I've said that a lot, but it's true. They're bringing a bunch of new stuff, which is really cool. It kind of reminded me like of a javelin. It like went up, floated, and just like flew down really fast, which was cool. And then at the end of the video, your teammate's arm gets stuck, and you actually have to leave them. The plane explodes, and you actually lose your arm. So I'm assuming this is like the first mission in the story. I'm hoping maybe you get like this bionic arm. I think that would be pretty sick. And definitely if they have laser guns, they definitely could give you like this super cyborg armor. I think that would be really cool. But we'll have to wait and see for that. But overall, I'm extremely impressed with this new Call of Duty. It's looking really good, and it's just got me on my edge of the seat for more. I can't wait till we see some multiplayer stuff. Pretty sure we won't see any at E3, unfortunately, but we will see some in the coming months, probably in the summer. And of course, when we do, I'll be covering it. So if you want more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare news, make sure you subscribe. And also, if you're interested in any of the stuff coming out on E3, I'm making like 3 videos a night trying to cover it all. I'm just one guy, but I'm trying to keep up with like IGN. So if you are interested, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.